going on, Tom? What is her motive? Why do you think she's doing what she's doing?
Hey, Donna's a good friend, and I think you need to ask her that question. What I can tell you, Maria, is I was out on the stump everywhere. There wasn't one person who asked me about Donna Brazile in the past. They were asking me about their health care. They wanted to continue the progress that Terry McAuliffe had made in Virginia. They wanted to make sure we had people who were uniting us and not dividing us. And that's why Donald Trump was on the ballot. And
there was a real division within the party, Tom. I mean, come on. There was a whole conversation happening, and that conversation is going on right now, that it was rigged, that everybody was behind Hillary Clinton and not Bernie Sanders, and that's what Donna Brazile is saying. Let me ask you this. If the Democratic National Committee and Debbie Wasserman Schultz had been neutral, let's say they were neutral and they weren't in the tank for Hillary, would Bernie Sanders have gotten the nomination? And perhaps would he be president today? What do you think?
Hillary Clinton won the Democratic primary by 4 million votes. She won the popular election by over 3 million votes.
But, Tom, now we know it was rigged.
Maria, I understand that when the Democrats win, as they did across the board last night, that you'd like to focus on other things. I think the most important question that your listeners want to know is, how is it that the Donald Trump that you're touting kind of got their clocks cleaned last night? And that's because they are taking away health care from people. They're dividing our communities. We need healers. We need people who are going to bring people together.
We know that
Obamacare, that's why we're doing it.
Tom, we know that Obamacare was imploding before Donald Trump. I mean, everybody knows that. But let me ask you, have you spoken to Bernie Sanders? Have you spoken to Bernie Sanders? Tom, you're the head of the DNC. Have you spoken to Bernie Sanders since she made those claims, Donna Brazile?
Maria, I'm just so befuddled. Did you see the record enrollments for the Affordable Care Act at the outset of the enrollment period?
Have you seen the increases in premiums, Tom? Up 116% in Arizona, up double digits across the country. Everybody knows this story. It's an old story, Tom. We know it. Have you spoken to Bernie Sanders? Have you spoken to Bernie Sanders?
Maria, I have been out on the stump campaigning for people. I've been focused on the future. I was helping Democrats win in Virginia.
Don't you think you owe him a phone call? Does somebody owe Bernie Sanders a phone call, since now we know what took place and everything was rigged and you were behind Hillary Clinton when, in fact, he actually could have fairly gotten the nomination and didn't? You haven't spoken to him since Donna Brazile's comments?
You know, Maria, we're all focused on winning elections. We're focused on the future here. I've had many conversations in the past.
Unfortunately, Bernie Sanders' hopes were dashed because it was rigged. So you haven't spoken to Bernie Sanders,
Maria,
and you don't think.
Maria, I don't know if this is a lecture or a Q&A. You tell me. I thought this was supposed to be a back and forth, but maybe it's not.
No, it is. It is. Absolutely,
well,
Tom. I'm trying to ask you a question, but you're not
Maria.
Answering the question. Do you think Bernie Sanders would have gotten the nomination? Would Bernie Sanders have gotten the nomination if Debbie Wasserman Schultz and the DNC were neutral?
Again,
that's it. That's the question.
Maria, states run primary elections. The Democratic Party and the Republican Party do not run primary elections. Hillary Clinton won the Democratic primary by 4 million votes. She won the popular vote by 3 million votes. You know, after I took over the DNC, I traveled for a week with Senator Sanders.
Are you cleaning it up?
Because
the question is,
working to make sure.
You were a fantastic labor secretary. You and I used to talk all the time about the job story. And I assumed
you didn't interrupt me as much then as you do now, Maria, for some reason. I don't know why.
I assumed you would get in there and try to clean it up. But, you know, people are scratching their heads. You go back to the whole when you guys were hacked. The DNC was hacked. All your emails are out there. Instead of actually getting the might and the power of the CIA, the FBI, to look at that computer to figure out what the heck just happened, what happened? The DNC would not give the computers over to the FBI. Instead, you hired a private company to look at the files and then report back to the DNC. What was in that laptop that you didn't want anybody to see?
Maria, you are in a fictional wonderland right now.
That's not fiction, Tom. This is all fact. This is all fact.
Okay, Maria.
What's fiction?
The FBI, the former FBI director, the FBI director himself, the former FBI director said under oath, the DNC cooperated throughout our investigation.
Oh, you mean when he called it a matter instead of a criminal investigation? When he called it a matter instead of a criminal investigation?
I thought we were here.
Look, all we want to know is if the DNC is going to continue to be rigged. You had great elections last night. You had victories. People want to know, can they trust the DNC anymore? We know what happened with Hillary and Bernie. You haven't even spoken to Bernie Sanders since all of that went against him, and the entire party rigged the election against him. I mean, so people just want to know, can I trust you anymore?
Maria, the voters yesterday in Virginia, the voters yesterday in New Jersey, the voters across this country said, you know what? The Democratic Party has a vision that I embrace. It's a vision of inclusion and opportunity.
What is the vision, Tom? Tom, what's the vision? Because I haven't heard a vision. Your party has been hijacked by the extreme left, Barack Obama, Elizabeth Warren. Come on. What's the vision, Tom?
The vision, Maria, is a vision of an America in which people have access to health care as a right for all and not a privilege for a few.
Obamacare?
A vision in which everybody in every zip code can get quality education. A vision in which good jobs are available everywhere. A vision in which we don't do tax bills that are just giveaways for people who already have enough and don't need another tax cut.
Where's that giveaway? Where's the giveaway?
Well, how about the repeal of the estate tax? How about making it harder for people who have serious medical issues, middle-class people, and you're now going to tax the health expenses.
Your party was in charge for 8 years. There was not even an approach at lowering taxes, at creating an environment so people would create jobs. You know this. You were a business guy before you went into politics.
I used to be able to, Maria, you know, the voters yesterday said in Virginia and New Jersey, facts matter. When Donald Trump lies, they will do that. And I wish the facts could be part of our conversation, but they don't appear to be.
Thank you, Tom Perez.